Ora Dr. Dennis Adu Gyasi. Our PR ma biomedical lab scientists. Yeni no achichen komo mi jidi se na no yeni dog achichen komo wo biebie yeni pa efa covid-19 ya asama ne musuno new variant no aba no o ma yehu se ye gina yie wo se yare na kosoro de e ma wo de wo hiante bi beto aban anim se nke be ya ban hwe na bonuses ahodo bi o mo de mo 2020 no wo nsan emfamra na niema de o mo wo bi se test bi ese so mu ye bia umbe yenti yenko na me ne Dr. Dennis Adu Gyasi me ne nkwahwehwe ngomo dog me mo ache eba ade ache bi adwumedie so
ba chalo me jo so etiatie fu so damase akwanya mo de amaye
yo ye danse sabre ya number C kosri enro ya na me read report bi a Ghana Health Service e de ba bonten Dr. Patrick Umabuaji a we Director General ma omo say 22nd and 23rd 2 days pe enipa 646 Enna a year positive COVID-19 2 days 22nd and 23rd January 2021 enipa 646 and a year record some year positive COVID-19 kwa ekosri ye pese ebusa se ya ho boaboa no ejina yie a ebeboa
yo me da se so we virus we su ene ne ban like anytime you pick up a case you are assuming say you want to look back about 2 to 14 days interval because it will take that kind of incubation period and sana a daddy and I say area signs and symptoms be over bit me a daddy and to say your case management process and also as an better test you know just a wako hospital nipano I show some signs and now against any home fano on tiapo and or comma no a case around 26 as you read now there is likely say you have 14 days backwards so that tells us that the festive occasion in the new year they are no and you who the aftermath and gatherings no the whole sounds only been higher than you who knows here around this time. Some of the cases are picking up. Yes, for now, as we speak, the reagents are the better testing. I think say you were enough. The blood testing facilities are as of the last time we communicated or a bit of challenge because they say the say apart from the mainstream PCR no. Yeah, the TB machines now, you think the TB, you born who does that, they are for what can be COVID-19 test. Facilities they bring now, no Yamia, at the Anya reagents, I have the cartridges, you think at the COVID-19 testing, Cape Coast City Hospital, also any some of the other regional hospitals. Or more nana, or more cartridges in the or more running short. But even my checks indicate that, or Bumina Anya restock. Or more testing. Then I would say that in terms of capacity here, for now, I didn't handle the testing is available. And me in particular, the lab that I work in, number reagents for about 5,000 samples. So far, Meazos Tukra in Dubai 1,000. And it's more of we are ready and we have the capacity to handle. Unless things get out of hand, say, pressure, my logistics are running out. And in that case, you know, and until they admonish about say, you get time my order near mana a baby druna, and you know, say, yeah, orders are, you place orders because one way in 3 weeks, a month's time, see, at the rate I have not a pressure by as well. And we may have consumable running out of stock.
Dog, where the Maya Dusian Kakra, sa variant ya wabe, abuano. Any 2020 dieno difference be ne wom fi so ya tese we no as wadane ne ho kakra wo mo me no difference be ne wom
yo before I me call no so no one thing at my end me mean and say we don't have to give the suggestion say the rise in cases are here who say as a result of the new variant. Because new variant, the president, and they say, or more, man on the bar, you test you or more airport, or you're positive, you're back quarantine, may I manage you, no, or more microphone positive no, ye sequence or data. Now and no be and ye identify new variants. Moving forward on that, no, ye about the population surveillance. Now we say Timamufwa Yawahanya including the ye better stay positive no. How many of those cases and as a result of the new variant? That can only happen if we go forward to do the sequencing. Almost say a pay na year baby. Sequencing, that is a University of Ghana Biochemistry Department, or that's the West African Center College for Infectious Pathogens. Sequence so far Ghana Professor Wandari and a Daobano. Data and suggest to say new variants and air cause the rise in cases. And I think that's one thing I want to make clear. But new variants and the difference we have known. This is not the first time a new variant. In fact, WHO has reported about 6 to 7 new variants from Wuhan. That is since December 2009 or 2019. Variants are Yahoo so far for COVID. They 6 and 7 WHO reported officially. And Ghana had the end of so far. The Oma report to be from the sequence, HRSA. Now, and Sisa Bibrisha into Wuhan, The recent report indicates that the UK, the South Africa, and these changes, had equally been seen. But in the population, report made there, they say, the rise in cases. The difference is that, one, you can have almost about 50 to 70%. Say the new variant is infectious. That means a choir first to the new variant, and no equal essay Wuhan year 2019. So it means that the rate of spread of this particular new strain is faster essay near na. But what has been positive about it, make a positive in the sense that the virus will be cool and that has not been found to say more associated with the new strain. If we fire Obeda virus, I symptomatic, severe, that kind of mortality, that kind of lethality of the new strain has not been found to be higher than what we already know. And not just the good news, but why Nipa do a bit near new strain tends to be higher than what the old strain had been. And I think we can only stop this by using the right protocols, sticking to the use of masks, maintaining the social distancing, avoiding the overcrowding, and going to places that we really don't need to be there. And the rate of change of the virus will give it to minimize, and it won't get to the point where they lead out, and something that we may not be able to control.
Where the dog want me at this young party say, and no pay crime bedroom, no be kind, new variant now, but say, well, no, spread the sun, and yes, I'm net yet.
But your data be a message that I have seen. Said the president, then is among the travelers, and I identify new variant and UK identify it. And by the person or more quarantine or more, so they are managing. And no else just to say about population. But what the DG has indicated, maybe free DG want to say, if the Abasa or more better population, who say, had any of them slipped into the population and had it gone further, say, I infected amount for that can only come in when we do the sequencing among the population. That was our data and there. I don't think you're able to make a president the so I can new variants and on air cause to the increase in cases you push here.
Dog na said the idea is koi empire ye born is idea no so betie nanso yenhwe obi be say life is full of uncertainties yemfa ne say e kose de e koya bebre no a mo capacity no mo gina mo na so mo betimi handle.
About capacity, definitely one way I'll be a point that you'll be overwhelmed. As of the last release, an update we have no. If we were talking about 18 facilities, our plans were far in advance. About 10 more facilities, they are close to 30 facilities are a bit of COVID-19 testing. Not yet. I think we should be able to handle whatever is likely to come up. But now it was as we are saying, say record average 600 cases a day. Now a pressure about system no so. We will have to call for reinforcement. I know say not all facilities probably are doing 24-hour service, but for now it may happen that some may have to go 24 hours. And if after 24 hours, that's a pressure no go mounted there. Probably there might be the need to expand the more equipment. Let's say 200 samples a day. No, it's not gonna come 400. Or be able to buy 500. Or be able to buy 1,000. No, we should see how best we can double up the number. And yes, things will be overwhelming. And that suggests, say, the already see Amanome and in Miami when the cases were mounting, that's here. And work here. Here in I'm saying that use of the mask is still a problem. People are not sticking and getting the message. In that case, if you hear us the best is say a bit more use a bit of force to restrict movement, to restrict gathering. Now, must be minimizing the cases because who says here about 14 days ago, yeah, I can imagine what is likely to happen in 2 weeks' time, in 3 weeks' time, if we don't restrict certain kind of movement and social gathering. And here we will be overwhelmed as a nation.
Doc, a foot will be now the Bama Ghana for 80 or Sabri, a be yamushishu or mokakra, a bimokras, a ma or more amwa. Ena ebi mo nso so ke kansem mask no emoye ho ban yi sanitizers you dey found ho nsa ho a enye hwe ebi chese ama speculation na wo system ni mu no adoso omo tie wa no pai e de afuto na de be maye
yo de be kan say for now obi a obe ka che o mask no emoye ho ban no na chese enye no carry na nipa no eka. So say you know vaccines are or minor try to be or minor use the most effective and potent tool yet here with more there this use of the face mask. And the use of the face mask, in fact, even medical face mask any protective clothing your handkerchief you can do to show you now they are a friend of bandana why you do for the period you are in the crowd is equally found to be protective. And the next I will share a mask, I'll go to see the 5 seconds long one a ball by. But anything that will prevent, say, on some access straight into your eyes, I would do it will found to be very protective. If you want more modern, Obianca said mask the channel at the form, enough from a idea I will share a home. And maybe make a magazine. Make I say the Omoyan that the Juma in free Juma is added. Now imagine that will catch our motion mask throughout. I can imagine it's very stressful. But the life that you are likely to live now, and it's a lose your life, I think if we go for that necessary evil, see the better mask, actually are restricted certain kind of movement. I do my form the Veronica bucket. It's really hot. Similar rules anyhow. Management of the various institutions, more modern, say rekindle that kind of vibe and new use in the peak of the pandemic. Said the bear banks be first and Lanka or security is relax it. And even the way I am relaxed, imagine that there are places you can enter even without a face mask. And so let's all get back, take that responsibility. Then ensure say you need to live according to the protocols. And now, back at it again, say, I think for now, Yamra is a bigger for the lawmakers. Let's get back to review the law to make it easier for its implementation. And yes, my whole videos been there. Face mask. It's not part of the law. And the person we are strict according to the law. I'm going to go so you perceive no to be there. Why don't you review and make it easier for people to implement it? And that's I will say that say that as soon as possible. You bet you vaccines media. Now a bar now we are calling yourself the vaccine media. In these videos, I cosmetic hair. Vaccines name 666 Antichrist and the queer yeah Africa for us. I don't think the evidence suggests same. The evidence shows that vaccines are about so far protective. And when we get that, in addition to the face mask, in addition to washing our hands using soap and running water, we are better placed by the pandemic.
Dog, where the name Mwako, but make key point to be a vital part in here. Say, na say, Ubedru baby cry Veronica bucket in Ensunim. And a baby walk crowd remo hair will be unchecky beam. A bar for front and ye near Brit 2020, no baby abedru be a hair. Yabesha, the thermometer gun, ye bet check one son wako. But as I say, apati be a sim, ye near happy, as obian fan who as a biso, ya abas sitna. Na and no dog ye bend there because it as a obian fan who say, some seriousness ne bar for front and the kutayeno. Say general public no import institutions are who do be wa. Will be unfunny serious beam.
And the American say, who say, I am happy. Say the Ministry of Information has started the process that they used to do, the reviews they used to do. But they expect Babe Kasane the other. Who say, I no crack say Abai Mukrano almost relax here because we thought the thing had gone down. It's those things where I can imagine that time the President Babe Kasa, everybody was anxious to go and listen to the update and what is happening. I think you relaxing, you crocodile, but it's good we are picking it up. Now it's back to the populace. Yes, so taking up a bit of the responsibility. Now I can imagine there be a open through. Then the mastery example. See there be a to tissue, to soup, and the other. It tends to be a bit expensive, but it's necessary for us to protect ourselves and guard against pandemic. It is a cost component, Now we are doing now a echo. Now embryo in reality so good here you relax. So you call on the management of various institutions, the managers of the various banks and institutions there. Then come back now Veronica bucket. A very potent washing of hands. It will relieve us of several of those transmissions and can suffer. Because here na adwuma bim obi kokonya na wantini a group from crofo I be abera me shift de be aba ko koka e be ka amanfo a you may be grounded to a point there adwuma no kra na odwe say o boka e di Veronica bucket asiho e di tissue ato e di semina ato here you may not be able to run for a week or two and the cost involved might be huge than say will be protected the citizen and the workers of the place now. And the come back. Now take up. And it's good say also I call the media the fourth arm of government. Say but taking up this education and making sure that people will get it. And I pray and hope see it here because we need you how they be coming and I don't know where you are going to get it. And you need you you may end up at the ICU. So let's protect ourselves. That is a basic thing we can all help in dealing with it.
Doc, edane ene okasa wo de mohia de mienu bi etudwa na minim se bia wo ne kasa wie na amati bibia fi aban chan na se wo pese wo retirate bie mu a
50% basic allowance aban share bo and contact tracing for so sika na package aban wo mo omo infection na aban so insurance package normal improve lab for the ya part ye free ye nipa baako ye nipa no sa abre crew free mu no na or the last born or about 2-3 months, which is painful. There are packages for all these people. Machine no obi report to send in Canada. And we don't want to believe it was just a political talk. This is the time that we need the presence and everything, the mindset of all lab scientists to work adiously on the samples that we are getting. Into the better by say, my se pressure no bana we a man for doing na di kura me brand we baso bi e na menya e ho da we a man for be kaka e bosi bi a wo show mo a untimi ndi so na amomo akwanya say yem to aso na enye de yen. So if we don't sort out some of these, and I know it goes across all health workers. In fact, now one of our personnel the nyamia COVID onyaye ICU for over 10 days. No or that oxygen so emura na you prefer say spending not less than 1,500 Ghana cedis a day. and he continuously had to be on paracetamol because the temperature was rising. Anytime you took him off the paracetamol, now I don't know survival here. So if after all this from March he has been involved with testing, airport, this, that is the way package out promise no. The insan can move back okra. There was trainer. I think that it might end up breeding more apathy among the people. In this yes, Rabbi said, what should be or say with packages for health workers? You're not more than you find any actually and ensure should be getting it. And yes, sir, at the peak of it, I think your involvement, people may give up, they may drop out their tools. And I think it may at that point all go well for us. Well, we have been moving to say, but you realize that from March, health workers are bombarding. The government need package, Uncle should need package. But we don't see why you have to go back on your words and probably try not to obey it. You see, say still you now you're more modern, now you're playing could be actually, now you're sort to out. Now you need to available to educate the public, the experiences he had and everything. You can be on the platform as well. We are ready to let him come on board to. It was deadly. By Jame Ejeno, I would not say about
yo dog we dey wo kokora no nkomo dey ya na me dey because ya na educational part ni koye pa wadaroma nanno na nurses and midwifery council force dey to aban nim say aban ma yen test nurses e wo Ghana ha nyina wo musu statement a wo mo de ba bonte ye ho press conference say aban yen test nurses e wo Ghana ha nyina dog wo gidi say e ho hia say be bibi say
I think good. We made a similar call. I think health workers in the Abari more modern than frequent exposure to testing. They all say, do now one can report to my doctor and request to say a testing. Yentinia COVID-19 testing. We have the facility to test it, but I can't take my own sample and test. That is not the protocol, and we wouldn't want to breach it. It's a very good call. But we will say, what will be the essence in testing everybody? Because about 95% of the people having that infection are likely to have a resolution because they are self-limiting, overcome without even noticing it. If you are asymptomatically infected. But it's a good call, and I will see some resources. Even all health workers are. It's a good call that I will support at any time. We made a similar record. But then you want to ask, so we had the airquay, now the population over there, now you have testing capacity, now you have resources available. Would we at this point say, young Concord test a larger group of people and achieve what? Is it to identify people that we want to isolate them, that we want to manage? I would rather we say the protectiveness, your PP is near the idea, your groups near the idea, all health workers, they are restricted to only the treatment centers, but everybody who sees a patient, because you don't know the patient now, or carrying infection with the amount. So let's protect all health workers and ensure that we rather wouldn't the infection. Now, I'm quite a problem. My resources only a bit matter say all health workers, including nurses and the lab scientists. I think it's a good call, but we just want to look at the necessities and looking at the resources that we have how we make some of these decisions. Okay, dog, you dance pa anope ewa decision what amaye. That's almost what I'm saying. Yo. Yene Dr. Dennis Adu Gyasi or PR Roma biomedical lab scientist and yene no achichen komo a wo biebie yene dia fa covid no a e ma ne muso ne ho komo no a e na ye achichen na me san kwa homa no